Welcome you all for the English class, children. How are you? In the previous class, I had begun a new lesson, that is, The Gift of Magi, written by O. Henry, in which the author describes Della, the way she saved the money by bulldozing with the vegetable seller, butcher, and grocer, the condition of the house they stayed in, and her eagerness to give a gift to her husband on the eve of Christmas. Today, we will continue the lesson from point 6. Please open your textbook, children, and follow as I read. Della finished her cry and attended to her cheeks with the powder rag. She stood by the window and looked out dully at the grey cat walking a grey fence in the grey backyard. Tomorrow would be the Christmas day, and she had only $1.87 with which to buy Jim a present. She had been saving every penny she could for months, with this result: $20 a week doesn't go far. Expenses had been greater than she had calculated. They always are. Only $1.87 to buy a present for Jim. Her Jim. Many a happy hour she had spent planning for something nice for him. Something fine and rare and sterling, something just a little bit near to being worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. There was a pier glass between the windows of the room. Perhaps you have seen a pier glass in an $8 flat. A very thin and very agile person may, by observing his reflection in a rapid sequence of longitudinal strips, obtain a fairly accurate conception of his looks. Della, being slender, had mastered the art. New words which we come across in these paragraphs. First one, sterling, which means highest in quality. Pier glass, a tall, narrow mirror designed to hang on the wall. Slender, thin. As she was worried that she was not able to give a gift to her husband due to shortage of the amount in her savings, she cried and her face became pale. But when it was time for Jim to come home, she applied powder and tried to look fresh. Stood by the window looking at Grey Cat and thinking of how she could gather money for presenting a high quality gift to her husband on Christmas Eve. Della was slim and very attractive. Whoever would pass by would have a glance at the beauty of Della. She stands near the window and pulls her hair and let it fall to its full length. Moving on to the next paragraphs. Now, there were two possessions of the James Dillingham Youngs, in which they both took a mighty pride. One was Jim's gold watch that had been his father's and his grandfather's. The other was Della's hair. Had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft, Della would have let her hair hang out of the window some day to dry, just to depreciate Her Majesty's jewels and gifts. Had King Solomon been the janitor, with all his treasures piled up in the basement, Jim would have pulled out his watch every time he passed, just to see him pluck at his beard from envy. So now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling and shining like a cascade of brown waters. It reached below her knee and made itself almost a garment for her. And then she did it up again nervously and quickly. Once she faltered for a minute and stood still while a tear or two splashed on the own red carpet. These paragraphs we have come across the Queen of Sheba, who is none other than the queen who visited Solomon and gave him many rich gifts. Here on the screen, we can find the picture of King Solomon. who was a king of Israel in the Old Testament. He was regarded the wisest of men. His court was known for its pomp and splendor. New words which we come across, that is, air shaft, a space for ventilating a room. Second one, janitor, that is, caretaker. In this context, it refers to King Solomon. Moving on to the explanation part. Jim and Della had two precious possessions. They were Jim had a beautiful golden watch, which had been his father's, and before that, it belonged to his grandfather. Della had a beautiful long hair, which Queen of Sheba would envy because Della's beautiful long hair would depreciate Her Majesty's jewels and gifts. At the same time, even King Solomon would be jealous enough while he would have a glance of Jim's golden watch and pluck his beard from envy. As I said, Della let her long hair out of the window and it looked like rippling and shining like a waterfall filled with brown water. Here, her hair was so long that it looked like a garment for her. Whatever may be the beauty of the hair, she was concerned only about how to present a gift to Jim on Christmas Eve. Assignment of the day for the portion what we have covered today. First one. What were the most precious possessions of Jim and Della? Second. Who was King Solomon? Answer these questions in your assignment book, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.